Hey, so Legends recap for last week. I was basically told that there was another shift that occurred between what had happened, or yeah, what had happened last week, which was the games slash tournaments that were going on with Dakwon and Lagos 4. And this week I finally got to spend some time with Opal. We finally got schedules to match up so we can get together. There was a bit of a lead up to it because I'm basically going off world. I'm going to Lagos 11. No, not Lagos 11. I'm going to where is it? Oh, Rand, the capital world, Makoto's capital world, and I got like a bunch of stuff lined up for us to do. But like also like I'm not too worried about it. Like if we end up like hanging out or anything like that, that's cool too. Uh, so that's kind of preparation. Like the first part of the session is going over, going around to everybody, kind of dealing with all the stuff that needs dealt with, getting the shop ready, all that kind of stuff. That takes a while. I ended up talking to Rohan, who he's out there working out. He's putting up. I think it's like the DM's at like 315, 360. So he's getting there. Like that's some progress because like he's a small little dude and finally putting the time to get a little more physically trained. But yeah, we have a talk with shop and everything like that. Um, yeah, just kind of like everything's gonna be okay here without me. You can reach me at any time. Feel free to hit me up if you need something. My ship's communicator will be able to do that. I go talk to Saya and Pan, and they're doing this thing to try to fix her headaches. Pan's been having like these really weird headaches lately, and I'm definitely concerned. So I at some point had between the shift had drug her to the doctor, and they were still waiting on the results of it. But in the meantime, I tell her like she's got to take it easy because like right now she's spreading herself too thin. Like Pan's still super young; she's only 17 years old, but she's like basically got her ties to the military, and then she's like around here. She's like I'm helping her train, and she's helping Rohan and Saya train. So like she's definitely spreading herself a bit thin. So just getting her, excuse me, take it easy is what we're gonna aim for now. But yeah, the talk to Saya, she's got a handle on things. They kind of like got everything looking really nice, like the property, the shop, everything like that. This goes on for a while, and there's just some conversational stuff that happens there. The DM goes over with like some of the plans we have planned out. Like there's this festival for this dragon called Silver the Great, and it's a dragon that lives inside the planet and used to belong to my grandfather. Uh, but it's like serves as a protector of the planet now. Now the planet isn't unprotected by that, by anything else, but like it's just something there that's around. I kind of set up this little cottage outside of Neon City, and Neon City is kind of like Rand's version of Vegas, but like maybe a little bit bigger and crazier, with all kinds of wild stuff going on there. Oh, I had started to work on my finisher for my new technique, which was awesome because like what I do is I summon 5 pillars around me and I get them like kind of spinning very fast, and then I can kind of channel them into myself into a potent blast, which is cool like as a finisher because that was something I realized I was kind of missing. Like, is that finisher blast? If there's kind of like an energy exchange like that, something to do. So I go to kind of bid my farewells to the squad, and I go to pick up Opal at the spaceport because we're gonna take my ship to get there. And I guess Rand is something like 50 light years away, and it used to be able to take me like 2-3 days to get there with my old ship. But my new ship gets there in about 6 hours, so that ship is everything. Ships are a problem inside of Legends. Like you see someone with like an actual like kind of cool ship or something like that, like the for all you know, that thing might like blow up a planet, because mine can blow up planets. uh, so Opal comes. I meet up with her, and apparently my wards decide to follow me to the trip to kind of get a. Oh, that was one of the last thing. Like Saya was kind of ripping me about, like going to see what is essentially a girlfriend or something like that, and yeah, so they follow me to kind of spy on me, but like I'm saying, I can sense them, so it's not like it's anything that I can't sense. And we kind of meet back up, exchange our pleasantries, and say hello, how much we missed each other, and everything like that. And I say like, yeah, my wards are there, and I was like, well, we're not on a schedule or anything like that, because she says I'd love to see like your forge and where you live, where you work, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, of course. It's like, the we're not on a schedule or anything like that. It's like, this is vacation. It's one of those rare moments to kick back and take it easy and all that kind of good stuff. And so I call them over. They're Pan's embarrassed. Rohan is too. It was obviously Saya's idea. Excuse me, and she drugged them along with it. Uh, Saya had gotten them this gift of there's these blue psionic turtles on this like faraway beach that she was at, and not all the turtles make it, and sometimes like whenever they do, they just kind of like get whenever they die, they kind of get absorbed in the sand, and there's this blue sand. So she gave them this blue hourglasses, and or this hourglass with this blue sand in it, and it's supposed to help them focus or something to that effect. So I kind of take everyone together in the ship back to the shop, and I give her a bit of the tour, the training facilities, the shops, the weapons, and finally the forge. She's interested, or at least she puts on the appearance that she is, which it's nice because Everest is passionate about the stuff he does. Uh, we we kind of like go around and everything like that, and everyone kind of goes their own way, kind of give us some privacy just to talk and hang out and everything like that, because they have their own things to do, but also like they were already kind of invading the when they come to spy on me at the what is essentially the airport. So I go up and show her the personal space and everything like that. We might mess around a little bit up there, get a little distracted, a little sidetracked. Um, but eventually, I think we wake up like in the middle of the night and slip out in the middle of the night, kind of like getting away from everybody. But we get on the trip to go to Rand. And I basically tell her we're taking my ship, and she's like, I hadn't told her about all the upgrades and stuff I had gotten lately, but yeah, she was very impressed with like how like she's like, wow, I thought we would be like on this ship for like 3 days, like maybe even a week or something, like not a week, but like a couple days, and no, it's like a 6 hour journey. So we did that. We kind of spent some quality time together, talk a little bit, and one of the things that comes up is like she's just kind of like not satisfied in life with what she's doing. She originally had worked for, I forget what my sister, what the exact name of the thing is. It's back in my notes, and I can go look it up, but I'm just not gonna scroll through it because it's gonna take me like 3 to 5 minutes of dead time. But anyway, like with the organization that they worked for is kind of like shadowy and ninja a little bit, but she worked recruitment for them, and even then that wasn't satisfying. Like she's not a go out on missions type, and yeah, so she had talked about like restoring, like because she has. I don't know what exactly she has. I found out she doesn't have soul. She doesn't use soul magic because or soul force or soul energy or whatever it is, because there's something that comes up later, but like she has like the ability to like grow plants and stuff like that. So like there was this thing she was talking about where she came across like these people or this small community that like their land had been ruined, and she spent some time there to like help them grow back. So she seems like she's a little on the humanitarian side, which I was like, yeah, I can respect that. Like I'm definitely like one that's off the beaten path a little bit, and I said like, if you can, if it's available, and if you can like avoid the response, it's like if you aren't like responsible to anyone else, it's like fine, what makes you happy as the job goes. Solid advice in real world and fake world. uh yeah, so we kind of had like that kind of talk going on. Oh, I forgot, like something to mention. She was impressed I kept my plan alive because I had mentioned to the DM, how like those things are in real world. Like someone gives you something and boy, you just forget about it. And I was like, DM, I wanted to make sure that That this little plant that she gave me as kind of a parting gift the last time we saw each other was like it's part of my like daily routine is to water it, to look after it a little bit and make sure it's happy and healthy. So she was kind of impressed with that. She's like, I just never imagined that you would. I was like, no, that's important. It's a gift from a very dear friend. Uh, anyway, um, Danzo is my grandfather's name. I wrote that down because I keep forgetting it because like, I always think Makoto, and like Makoto is like the oldest of the brothers. Danzo would he be his father, and Danzo is the one that lived to be like 250 years old. At any rate, so we have that conversation on the ship and everything like that, like kind of about her future and everything. And I was like, it'd be nice if like I kind of like tell her like the story of like the Alamex gym thing, and it's just like I get it. Like there's definitely something to like helping better the community and everything like that. Like making the place you live at better, or even like with her like going out and doing stuff. And I was like, yeah, it'd be nice if you were like a little, as I said, a little closer to home kind of thing. Uh, so these trips would be so infrequent as far as things go. We get to we get to Rand and we fly over Neon City, and it's as crazy as I remember. I think I asked the DM was like, I was like, I would have gone there. Like Emerus would have gone there before, like but like maybe only once, maybe twice. But yeah, so it's like he's like returning to it, but there's crazy stuff going on everywhere. There's all kinds of power levels. Like there's definitely some threes, a decent amount of twos. Can't remember. I don't think there's any fours or anything like that I sensed. Maybe there was one or two. Who knows? There's always like one out there. It seems like. Um, I show her the cottage that we kind of rented outside of the city. Like it's a good bit ways out, but like again, we're both pretty fast, and yeah. So we're like, what's the plan? And I was like honestly, like we don't have anything until tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, and I think that was like when the festival was going on. And I was like, we could just go out, like check out the city, check out the sights, and so we just kind of get dressed up a little bit, nothing too crazy, and start going out and fly around. There was something else the DM had noted about because I'm of the blood of Makoto. That's the only reason they didn't flag me to stop me with my ship. Like normally, if someone had brings a ship like that on the planet, like there would be a lot of red tape to go through. But because like uh, basically his nephew, I kind of get away with it, um, which I guess makes sense. As far as like I said, it's a pretty top end military ship at the moment. Uh, so we go out to the city, and this dude named Wing reaches out to me on his communicator, and he's like an official for the planet. He's like this SS3 dude in his 40s. And he comes up and he basically explains like he gives like a little lowdown of like where the stuff's happening and where the stuff where if you don't want that kind of thing to happen to avoid, and just kind of like like you're sort of a VIP, not like he's not following me around or anything like that, but just like if you need anything, let him know. And if I see anything that's like getting a little too crazy or anything like that, let him know also, because he likes to keep things in order around here. And I was like, right on, we could do that. And he tells me about this show that there were basically like these aliens, which it's mainly we like where we live, it's like mostly Saiyans, so like the just different races and everything like that. They're kind of like doing this like weird power display, like it's a like kind of a art dance slash display kind of thing, similar to like what Pan did, but definitely a little different. I get to the show and it's about we say our goodbyes to Wings, but he basically said like if you need anything, call. I'll come running and everything like that. And I was like awesome, because he's an SS3 and he can handle some problems if anything shows up. I get to the show and I see something with cosmic energy with like basically those stars and the blue fire. Um, and they do like a bit of a show with that. And there's something with Soul Force, and there's like these doves that get released, but like they're like weird in the sense that like they're like the sentient souls of other creatures or something like that, because that's where I was thinking like, oh, is anything like Opal does, and she confirmed that it was not. And then some dude brings out Omega energy, and I've heard from Sean about what's his name, Axis, or the heck's his character's name? Because it's not Axis. Axis is his friend. I'm just drawing a blank. It's like 3 a.m. So like I'm drawing some blanks here. Anyway, I know Sean has that. That's really bothering me that I don't remember his name. Uh, Nexus. There we go. I think. Yeah. And he has access to Omega energy and how like insane it is. Well, this guy uses these energy chains to pull out like this giant werewolf looking beast. And the beast like starts to howl and everything like that. And like it's a howl that seems like if it keeps up, uh people are gonna start dying and everything like that. So like I grab Opal, get ready to get out of there. It's like show or not, like that's just one of those things. Like, we don't mess around. And then the guy like reels it back in, and the thing comes after him. And he uses Omega energy like to keep it tamed or something like that. And it's just like, oh my gosh, it was a little over the top. But yeah, that was kind of the show. It was crazy. Makes me afraid of Omega energy even more from what I've heard from Nexus and everything like that. Um, and we go back to the cottage for the night because it's kind of like winding down and everything, and busy long day, flight to get here and everything, and I think that is where we left off. So this will be a pretty short and sweet recap because I glazed over some stuff, and also because it's like 3 in the morning and I want to go get some sleep myself. I'll upload this and hopefully it'll be here tomorrow morning.